Alright, and we're recording. And we left off as you stopped your conversation with Cataris de Melowar in the Biblioplex to run to go and get your meds because you're increasingly becoming aware that you are unmedicated in all of these conversations with new people. And you find the teleportation room fairly easily. It's actually inside the Biblioplex as the center of Central Campus. And you see that it has doors that are always open, with students coming in and out of various colored uniforms. And you walk in and you see that the focal point of this room is a giant circle etched into the ground. Arcane sigils, swirling in ways that it hurts your eyes to try to look too closely at them. And there is a small set of stairs, only like one or two, that sets this platform apart from the main floor. And beside it stands a... Sorry, I didn't have this description open. A strikingly beautiful person. Gentle curves under gray robes, similar to the other faculty members that you've seen. Their hands clapped together in front of them. Brilliant white wings, politely tucked behind them. Their long black hair is wavy and frames their heart-shaped face, eyes closed in a serene smile.
That's not intimidating at all.
But other than that, you basically see like students appearing out of nowhere on the circle and walking off, or they walk up, exchange a few words with the person, and then get on and blink out of existence.
Motiva's gonna slowly walk up to this person.
Good morning.
Hello?
Hello. Are you a new student?
Yes. I'm fresh off the boat.
You see they give you a gentle smile, and they don't move for a second. Oh, and by the way, this entire time that they've been interacting with you, they don't open their eyes. But they, after a couple seconds, they bring their hands up. Like, you know how when you put your hands together, but like near your face, and it's just like a pose you can do. I don't know how to describe it.
The Gasai?
I'm gonna Google that really quick. Hold on. Not on the face.
Okay.
Anyways, it's just supposed to be a change in pose. That's all it's really supposed to denote. But basically, after a second of not saying anything, they say, "All right, I've registered you into the system. Where would you like to go?"
Wait, do you know my name and everything?
I don't know your name, but I don't need to. I just need to register your essence so that you can use the teleporters.
My essence?
Yes.
Is it stinky?
No, it's just different for every person.
Oh, okay, cool.
Your, I believe people of this age like to call it ether.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
It's the magic inside everyone. Or your soul?
Oh, I know that word.
Yes. Where would you like to go?
Thank you. I need to go to the witch's clinic, so I think that technically means I just need to go to Witherbloom?
Yes. If you step on the platform, I can teleport you to Witherbloom.
Thank you. I step.
As you step up, you see after a second, the person gives a gentle call out for other people going to Witherbloom, and you see it that like one or two students come up with you, and before you can even really register it, you are blinked out of existence. And it's not as extreme as it was when you plane shifted in. It's a more very quick but jarring situation instead of one that takes all of your attention. And you arrive. You arrive at all right. So you end up arriving at a similar room to the one you just left. But instead of the cool white marble and gray stone of the biblioplex, you now are in a room where the walls and floor are made of carved wood. And the sigil is still drawn on the floor in the same shape. And in this area, you can see a couple smackerings of people wearing the gray uniform, but now the majority of anyone you see in this room are wearing robes of green and black. And they almost seem to share a sort of web motif between uniforms. But something that strikes you as odd is that the person that you were just talking to is still here in the same spot that they were in the other room.
Motiva's gonna go up and say, "Oh, hello again."
Hello. Are you a new student?
Yes.
You see them pause for a second, and they say, "Oh, you've already been registered to the system. Welcome to Strixhaven."
Oh, I understand now. Thank you. Do you know the directions to get to the witch's clinic?
Yes, it's on the edges of Witherbloom campus, right before you get to Sedgemore.
Okay, thank you.
Fair enough. I love how people just keep saying words to Motiva that Motiva does not understand, and she has accepted it.
Yeah. She's gonna wave, and then she's going to make sure that she leaves the building.
Okay, so something very interesting about when you leave this room. You leave it and you see this sort of hallway, all made out of beautifully decorated hardwood. And as you kind of walk through these twisting hallways, you come out to a main atrium, and you realize something about this building that you're in. Because as you look up, you see that there are some windows or skylights from the top. But from the shape of this place and how everything is made, you can't see any seams for any of the wood boards. And you realize that this has to be a carved out building. You think you might be inside of a tree.
Oh.
You can leave. I was just wanting to tell you about it.
She's gonna like stare at it for a second. I'm just gonna like do a turnaround and look at it.
It's very beautiful. There's sort of this yellowed light where the occasional torch is, well, not torch, a lantern is. And you can see that there are railings along the edges of this atrium that's been carved out. So there has to be multiple stories. And people are just bustling around.
Am I out of sight of the teleport system?
Yeah, you're down the hall from it.
Cool. I'm gonna see if there's anybody I can see that also has first year robes.
Ooh, okay. Okay, yeah, give me a sec. I can do that. Alright, you do make out somebody else wearing first year robes, and they're also kind of taking in the area, but they're a bit farther into the atrium, and you see that they're walking around specifically to like continue looking at different parts of it with a sort of critical eye. And their description is they have pink skin, a feminine shape, with long like burgundy hair. Um, and they turn a second to look behind them, and when they do that, you see the movement shows that they have a tail and very small horns coming from their temples, and a
Oh.
pair of like black spectacles on, and leather boots.
No. Motiva's gonna step.
Right. You step up to her, and she kind of looks at you, because she can sense you coming up, and she kind of gives you a look up and down, and she says, "Hello. Did you need
Hello.
something?"
Yes. Where's the witch's clinic?
She kind of looks around and she shrugs and says, "I haven't left the hall yet. I'm kind of just getting my bearings so far, so I'm not sure where exactly it is."
Oh, are you also like new?
You see her kind of look down at her robes and tug, and she says, "I mean, I am a first year." I only
I'm
just got here.
guessing. No, go ahead.
Oh, she just says, "I only just got here."
I'm guessing that if I had seen them in the shed, you would have told me that I recognized the figure from the shed.
Do you think that Motiva would have like gotten a stock of everybody in the room? Because nobody really asked me for descriptions of the other people with you.
I'd like to think that it's pretty easy to remember shapes of people, at least.
Sure, you would recognize this person.
Oh shit, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Motia would point and say you're the other person from the shed.
Yeah, we did our intro together.
Yeah. Are you also looking for the witch's clinic, or are you just looking?
I'm mostly interested in Witherbloom as a concept, so I'm just looking around.
Good to have as an interest.
I'm sorry, you turned into a robot. What's up?
I can tell that I'm turning into a robot. Motiva said, I think that that's a really good, like, interest to have. I think that it seems really useful.
Yes, well, I think it's natural to want to get a lay of the land in a new space. So,
Yeah. Can I ask where you're from?
you see her kind of like look at you and say, "Are you familiar with a city called Neverwinter?"
No.
I from a plane called Toril, if that's what you're asking about.
That's cool. Is Neverwinter warm?
It's warm some of the year, actually. It's a common question, actually, but it does have winter. It's not named for not having a winter. It's named after a person. So.
Oh, that's really cool. The place that I'm from is named after a person. I can see that. I'm glad that no matter where anything goes, people like to name things after people.
Yeah, well, people are gonna find a place and people are gonna name it after themselves. You know how it is. And you see, actually, as you're still having this conversation, at first she was like looking at you while talking, but as the conversation goes longer, you see that her eyes kind of they kind of start tracking around and continue to like kind of look over the space, but doesn't disengage from the conversation. And she kind of has her like arms folded as like an idle pose.
I enjoy that though. Motiva's gonna have a laugh and say, I never introduced myself. My name is Motiva. What's your name?
You can call me Talisha. And she holds out a hand.
I take the hand.
She shakes it very firmly.
Nice.
Like an intimidating level of firm.
Oh, is she trying to scare me?
I don't think so. I don't think she's trying to outright scare you, but I think she is intentionally... I think she is trying to assert dominance, if that makes sense. You know how sometimes you have to like do that when you first meet somebody as like a suss out tactic?
No.
Yeah.
Well, Motiva has a laugh and she says, oh, you have like an Irish handshake. Real tough, real strong.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Well, I can't spend too long talking because I need my medication. Otherwise, I won't be able to go to school here. So I'm gonna... She fucking jolts up to the closest person with green robes.
You see, as you say that, Talisha gives kind of a non-committal one-armed shrug, kind of looks at her nails and says, tell me if you find the clinic. And you're going to chirp and grab somebody with green robes?
Yep.
Okay, so I imagine you turn around and immediately just grab somebody, because there's a lot of people with green robes here.
Yes.
So, the person that you grab... You go to grab somebody, and you see that they're wearing this sort of green and black robes with like webs on the shoulder. But what sticks out is that that's not all that's green about this person, as you see this yellowish green skin from fingertip to nose, and you see a shocked face turn to look at you with bright orange eyes, even the sclera, in a feminine but surprised face that's framed with leaves.
Oh.
And she says, oh, hello.
Hi, I really need your help.
Oh, are you okay? Are you sick? Is something wrong?
Well, I need to go to the clinic, otherwise I won't be able to get medication, and if I don't have my medication, I can't concentrate, and if I can't concentrate, I can't go to school here.
Oh, you're looking for the clinic. Oh, you're first year. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I can show you where the clinic is. It's easy to find.
Thank you.
And she's gonna kind of start walking in a direction.
I follow.
You go to follow, and you get taken outside, and you can see really the full breadth of this tree that you were just in. Let me show you a picture of it.
Oh, fuck yes. I love trees.
Yes, and I get to change the background as
Whoa.
well.
Who the fuck is this? What the fuck?
That's who you were talking to.
I know, but what the fuck? Motiva's actually gonna pep up and just be like, "Are you a dryad? Treant?
I am a dryad, actually.
Really? I said the right word.
And here's a picture of the map.
Nice. Oh.
Yes.
This place is alive.
Yes, and then I have another piece of art as a visual.
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Sorry, what were you saying?
Well, I am saying this now. Mackenzie's gonna love this place. Don't know if Dove would fit in though, which sucks.
It's cool as fuck, though.
It's cool as fuck though. Motiva's gonna say, I know what that is. Motiva's gonna smile and say, where I'm from, dryads are only stories, so it's really cool to see you.
Oh. Thank you. I'm glad it interests you.
Motiva, like, double thinks, and she's like, well, that was mean. Sorry, my name is Motiva. I am an exchange student.
Nice to meet you, Motiva. I'm Dina. And she goes to kind of hold out a hand, but she's still, like, walking, so it's a bit awkward.
I take the hand and I walk it even though it's awkward. Does she have the little lizard dude?
Yeah, it's on her shoulder.
Motiva's gonna point. Is that a friend? Is it a friend?
Oh, yes, this is my pest.
What?
My pest? Pests are the mascot of Witherbloom. Witherbloom students work really closely with them. Yes.
That's really cool. So, like a familiar?
Kind of. They're an animal we breed for help in spells.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes. And you see she kind of taps its head.
Well, I would not attempt to tap, but I do look respectfully very intrigued. Motiva's gonna smile and say, is the witch's clinic, like, do you guys get first years harassing you about the witch's clinic often?
Well, you're the first one to harass me about it this year, but I'm only a second year, so I guess it's gonna be a new thing.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, you're a fresh second year?
Yes, I only just chose Witherbloom.
Can I ask a question? Can I ask for a spoiler?
What did you want to know?
Is Witherbloom only herbology stuff?
No. Plant things are pretty important, but I would describe it as life sciences. So it can be plants and animals and studying biology, and things like that. And Witherbloom's whole thing is sort of the growth and decay cycle of life situation. So if any of that interests you, that would be where you would want to go.
Okay. So she's gonna, like, look at the little pennant and she's gonna, like, count. And she's gonna, There's 5 colleges.
Yes.
Nice. I've seen all of them, I think. Not like seen, but I think I've met everybody from each one.
Well, that's good. No, coming in knowing what colleges to look into, I think, is an important part of being a first year.
Thank you. I'm trying my best. It was a clinic coming up close.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just waiting for the conversation to stop organically.
Okay, cool.
And you come up to a little building. I would compare it to a cabin or a hut. I'm going to show you examples of what these buildings look like because they're very cool.
Mm. Kind of looks like a bird.
And you come in and oh, I forgot to give you the vibes of the campus. Hold on, I have to tell you this pit. Okay, hold on. When you step outside, you're hit by the humidity of it and the sounds of local animals and bugs. Trees and swamp and mud and water surrounds you, but the campus has wooden walkways to avoid the worst of the mess. So that's like where you've been picking your way through this, is like on these walkways above this like fetid swamp.
Okay, so I was right. It is in the swamp.
It is in the swamp, you're correct. And you're kind of shown, and it's like, this is the clinic. If you want to get back to the teleportation room, it's very easy. You just go towards that big tree, and she points to the big old tree.
Sick. She gives a wave and says, "Thank you."
Yeah, of course. Try not to get lost.
I will never make a promise.
Smarter than you think.
Thank you. Motiva's gonna fucking bum rush into the fucking clinic.
Nice. You come in, and it has this sort of small main room with a desk, and behind the cutoff are these shelves with myriads of bottles of different colors. And there are doorways on either side of this room. You could assume that they go to other like private rooms in this area, but behind the desk you see that there's a person writing down something on a piece of paper. And this person is a tall and willowy elven figure with olive skin and sharp, intelligent green eyes. But what catches your attention is the fiery red of their hair, worn long and loose. They look up at you when you come in, and they sort of give you a calculating look as they sort of wait for you to say anything. But after a second, you see their eyes go to look a bit more amused, even though they don't as exactly smile at you. And you hear a sort of low voice say, "Welcome to the clinic. Can I help you? You look new."
It's been 2 seconds and I am sexually attracted to this character.
You're welcome.
No problem. Motiva's going to nod and say, "Yeah, I'm a first year, and do you know about how there's a bunch of exchange students today?"
You see them kind of watch you talk, and they kind of give you another like examinatory look, and they say, "Well, I hadn't heard of anything particularly special happening today besides the new students. How far away are you from?"
I'm from a different plane and I need a type of medicine that's from there, but nobody knew what it was. So
like
I
Onyx.
was just,
I understand. And
what?
you see them go to like kind of stand up to their full height and say, pull up a seat. I'll sit and talk with you. I enjoy a challenge.
What? She, like, Motiva, like, takes the little, like, mascot plush and hugs it, and she sits.
Okay.
Comfort.
Alright, you guys both go to sit down, and you see they kind of bring a sort of leather-bound journal and a pen. And as they start sort of watching you and waiting expectantly, they're like, alright, tell me what this medicine is supposed to be doing for you.
This is me, Ash, asking, do you want Motiva to explain what ADHD is to this man?
They're asking specifically what the medication is doing.
Okay, cool.
So
Okay.
feel free.
Motiva is going to take a deep breath, and she is going to say, the medication that I am used to taking is called Adderall, and it is a microdose of this drug that's supposed to make people that don't have brains like mine very excited and hyper, but because my brain is already excited and hyper, it stops that.
You see them go to nod, and they have like a finger, like they have like a hand, like you know how you can kind of put like a finger curled in front of your mouth and it's like a thinking expression?
Mm-hmm.
They kind of do that while they're listening to you, and they go to write things down, but they don't have to directly look at what they're writing down. And they ask, do you know any of the ingredients to this medication or the chemicals that cause your brain to have this reaction?
I know that in the medication there's a drug called methamphetamine, which makes it's an illegal substance in most ways unless used in a controlled manner. And the reason why I have my disorder isn't exactly known, but it's seen as a serotonin disorder.
You see them nod, and they start to write a bunch of things down. And sort of in this conversation, after a while of asking a bit more like pointed questions, and some also vague getting a feel on these sorts of things, you see them go to put their pen down and close their book and say, I'm going to whip you something up, but if any of it needs adjusting, you can come to me at any time. I will probably be giving you a powder, so you'll have to brew your own medicine, but that'll be the best way to not have to take a potion every morning.
Okay.
You see they close their book and get up, and they go behind the counter, and you see them start kind of messing with these tools that are tools that you never see in modern life, things like mortars and pestles, and these sorts of tables that have these arcane runes on them, and like, I wouldn't say a cauldron, but definitely like a pot for boiling things. But then you also see things that you've definitely seen in labs or even in fiction, where it's like these beakers and bottles and like the swirly glass tubes that go over fire and stuff like that. Like, so it's very interesting to watch this person work as they roll up their sleeves and get to grinding myriads of ingredients.
What the fuck?
Sorry, picking about a taco.
No, it's okay. That's me, Ash, saying what the fuck.
Do you like my clinic?
What the fuck?
What about it?
Motiva has questions for whenever you're done with your taco. Okay, but
What?
oh, that's what the sound sounded like.
Oh, sorry, I said bet. You can go ahead.
Oh, cool. Motiva's gonna look up and say, "So, are you my doctor now?"
You see them, this whole time they've been pretty, straight-faced. Most of their emotions have been shown through their eyes, but you actually see kind of like a ghost of a smile, curl, their mouth and they say, no, I'm just the teacher's aide that's been working in the clinic for the past year or so. If you need,
Oh,
urgent care, there are other people who can see you.
oh well. Where I'm from, doctors aren't usually urgent care. Sometimes there's just a doctor that helps you with this.
Uh,
What was it? Go ahead.
they would say that, my specialty is more on the, side of herbalism, so it makes it
Farming.
easy to work in places like these, making medicines for students like you.
What was it that you called it before you sat me down?
Called what?
The word that they used, but was it?
Which exactly are you talking about? They said a lot of things before you sat down.
Whenever Motiva was just like, "Oh, I was told to come to you," and they said, "Oh," and they said something lology or something.
Okay, so that's actually not, the way that happened. So you basically were like, oh yeah, I came from another world. They said, like Onyx. I understand.
Motiva's gonna Motiva's gonna stare and say, "Oh, can you tell me what you meant earlier? Who's Onyx?"
You see them sort of cock a head and they're like, oh, you must have heard that. Onyx is one of the professors here on campus. Professor Onyx.
Are they from a different world?
They are.
That's neat.
You'll probably see them around if you're one of the students that she's helping.
What does she look like?
Black hair, black clothes. She's a professor of decay.
Oh,
Follows the path of the vein.
well, if I know who she is, I should know who you are. What's your name?
My name is Nim Quenelis. Pleasure to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. My name is Motiva.
I'll make sure to keep notes here on the medication I'm making you, so other people should be able to stumble their way through it if they need to.
Okay, thank you.
You see that they're starting to finally put things together, and something of interest that you see is that as you're sitting here talking to them, you can take in more of the room, and you see throughout the room, actually, not as focal points, but in alcoves or on top of bookshelves or like behind plants, you can see more creatures, more pests, like you saw with Dina. And you see Nim go to pick one up and hold it and sort of look into its eyes. And you almost can see the way that magic coalesces around their hands, and in a flash of green, the creature is gone, and you see Nim go to use the glowing light around their hands to almost augment the powder that they're working on. And they go to wrap it up in a little paper sachet and come and bring it over to you. You're going to want to brew this at about 175 degrees every morning. Only about half a cup should be good, but you can take more as necessary.
How long should this pouch last?
I didn't make enough for a full year's supply because I didn't want to waste time if we need to adjust it. So if you do it as requested, then it should be about a month. If you need more, it should still be a couple weeks. But you can make a visit to me and I'll make you some each time you need it.
Thank you.
You see them kind of give a nod and go to stand back behind their counter and clean up their workspace.
Where did the pest go?
Oh. And you see Nim go to look at you in surprise, but then there's sort of like an understanding look. And they put their hands on the counter and they say, pests as mascots are generally used by Witherbloom mages for their power. So it's gone.
Oh, so you used its essence?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It makes it to where we don't have to use our own or other people's to power some of our more powerful endeavors.
That makes sense. We have things like that where I'm from. It's ergonomic.
Yes.
It just makes sense.
Reduce, reuse, recycle.
Yeah. Did you think I was gonna get mad or something?
No, I just was gonna do it. I am glad you didn't freak out, though. I was really worried. I was reading this, so I was like, people might not like this piece of information. But I think it's interesting.
No, I think it's fine.
They're just little worm guys.
They're just little worm guys, and sometimes they gotta get ate.
What's that skill you use in Final Fantasy to eat your fairy?
Dissipation.
It's just that.
Yeah. Motiva just shrugs. She genuinely doesn't look bothered by it.
Nice.
And she says, thank you for sating my curiosity.
Of course.
And for my medicine. Is it time related?
It shouldn't be.
Okay, that's actually more effective than the medicine that I have at home.
You see that actually makes them give you a crooked smile, and they say, make sure to tell me if there's any side effects that you don't like. We'll try to iron those out.
Okay. She waves. And she skedaddles.
Actually, a moment. You see them kind of look at you and say, actually, would you be interested in donating blood?
Well, I've donated blood where I'm from, sure. Okay. Will I get a juice box after?
We can reimburse afterwards, but we obviously prefer donations, but I can give you something.
Oh, you don't have to give me money or anything. Where I don't know if this is different for other humans from here, but where I'm from, even taking a liter of our blood can make us weak, and we usually need crackers or some juice to keep us going for the rest of the day.
Oh, we can definitely give you something to eat to replenish some of what we're taking.
Yeah, I just need a little nibble. I don't care otherwise.
Uh, we thank you. It's hard to keep stock of this.
She slaps her fucking arm. Needle
Nice.
me up.
And you give blood. I definitely think that it's interesting because it's like you still get a needle in you, but like I think it's a situation of like not a whole setup. I think it's like you get needled and then it's directly poured into like a container.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah. And you see Nim very efficiently takes some of your blood, wipes you off, bottles it up, and puts it on one of the shelves behind them on their little potion bottle racks. Um, and they go to pull something out of a side cabinet, like near the bottom, and they hold out a what I can only describe as a flower with alternating pink and purple petals.
She like looks and she's, am I supposed to take it?
Yes, you're supposed to eat it.
Oh, okay. She's fucking nauseous.
Nice. She just throws it in her mouth and eats it like a fucking goat. It's really good, actually. It has like a sweet flavor that's followed by almost like a nutty flavor, kind of like an almond paste.
Oh, fuck yeah. Motiva's just gonna fucking let. It's almonds.
Yes.
Really?
Well, no, but people say it tastes like almonds, so close enough.
Nice. She looks and she says, "Oh, is the blood for like the vampires that I keep hearing about?"
Yes, actually. Due to the help of the union, we're able to give free blood away to vampiric students, but having some on hand for if they need healing or if they also want to, eat more than just the minimum, we sell it.
Oh, she like snaps her fingers trying to think. And she's, "Oh, is it that they get specifically all of their blood from Witherbloom? Is there a lot of vampires in Witherbloom?"
There are actually most vampires that come to school here are either in Witherbloom or Silverquill. We specifically have it from here. Anyone from any of the colleges, if they need something for health reasons, they can come here. But Witherbloom in particular, it's we have access to a lot of blood of animals or blood of people, blood sciences, blood magic. So it's just easier for them to let us handle it. Witherbloom is also, if you didn't know, any of the medical majors or med students or medical faculty are on Witherbloom campus. So it's easier just to let us handle everything.
That's smart. I had a question. I had a question.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bestie.
No, it's okay. It was about vampires too. Shit. Oh, Motiva's just gonna straight up ask, are you a vampire then?
I'm not. I'm just an elf.
Oh, well, you're not just an elf. She like thinks and she says, so like, are vampires a race or a sub-race of people?
It honestly depends. People can be born vampires, but they can also be made into vampires. And
Oh, okay.
culturally, vampires are considered their own race because of the populous nature of vampires. They do have their own culture, and their own ideas, and their own ways of doing things. So it's considered that they are a race, but you can be an elf that becomes a vampire, or a human that becomes a vampire as well. And that is to say that that is separate from the concept of Dhamphirs, which are half vampires in a way. That's a very basic way of describing it, but they are vampiric individuals that are more mortal than undead.
Oh, I know what a dampier is. We
Oh,
have
good.
writing, kind of. I know the concept.
Okay, good. But yes, there are
Uh,
many vampiric students on campus.
do vampires get healed differently? You said that they need it for healing. Is it different from the magic that I've seen people talk about, or my potion?
Oh, they can use potions all the same, and they can also have medical attention and magical healing. But most vampires also have the ability to convert blood into accelerating their own bodily healing, and so it simply is just cheaper to instead give a vampiric person blood and let them heal themselves than it is to give them a healing potion.
Cool.
So they just have more options, and we like to use the easiest ones to get first.
Sounds like a good living.
Thank you.
Why'd you say thank you?
I don't know. I don't know how to talk. This is me, Panini. I don't know. Stop making fun of me. I'm autistic.
I will make fun of you, motherfucker. You made it sound like he was a vampire. Motiva's gonna nod and say, nice. Well, I've had my snack. I don't think I'm going to pass out or become anemic. So I'm gonna bounce. I can't stay still. Goodbye.
Goodbye. You have left the witch's clinic.
What?
You have left the witch's clinic.
Yes.
You are now still in the swamp. It is very humid, and there are bugs flying around. You can see the mud. I want to say that about at this point, because you guys did a lot of stuff before you got to the Biblioplex. I want to say that probably now it's been like at least an hour or two since you've split up. So you still have the rest of the day if you want to tell me other things you want to do. I just don't have anything else planned for you.
I kind of want Motiva to vibe in the swamp.
Yeah, vibe in the swamp. You want to just walk around on the swamp?
I want to try and see if I can find a secluded place, and I want to practice a little bit.
Oh, that's really cute. Yeah, hold on one second. Let me look at the campus situation. Yeah, you definitely can find a place where you're not getting a lot of foot traffic, and you maneuver your way over the walkways into what looks to be kind of set away. There's not a lot of people running back and forth, but there's also still like buildings around, and you can kind of get a cool vantage point for the rest of the campus from where you're sitting.
I want Motiva to take in the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And I want Motiva to make like a little like song that I think she's going to try and associate with Witherbloom. She's gonna make like a little ditty.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah. Do you wanna roll me something for it? I wouldn't say that this is technically performance, but you could still use that if you like, because you're just making up a song.
I think I will roll performance because it's my best stat and I refuse to give it up.
Fair enough, fair enough.
It would suck if I rolled really bad for this though.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna hope that doesn't happen. Okay, cool. 25.
Oh yeah, definitely. You make the start of a fun little song about Witherbloom and its campus and its people from what you've seen so far, because the vibes are pretty good.
It's fucking true.
And you kind of just have a jam out session, and it's really like comforting to be able to do something so familiar after such a busy day. And something that's very cool is as you're doing this, you start to see the brightness sort of dim as one of the suns set. And you are used to seeing dim light and being like, oh, sunset, it's going to be dark soon. But it doesn't actually get that much darker. And this is, I think, whenever Motiva realizes, oh, my day-night cycle is going to also be extremely different.
She probably feels sad.
Yeah, it's really far away from home and everything's different, you know?
Yeah. She's gonna look at her guitar and she's gonna think about it for a minute. And slowly put it back up, put it away, and she's gonna head back to the Biblioplex.
Yeah, you're gonna go back to Biblioplex. You see, as the day goes on, people are still kind of bustling around, and you think it's just because of the first day and getting everything in order, and you greet the person in the teleportation room who gives you a bow and says, hello, where would you like to go?
Back to the Biblioplex.
All right, please step on the platform. And they call out, and a couple other people come to go to the Biblioplex, and you get teleported. And the same figure is there again. And where would you like to go now?
Motiva's actually gonna look at the figure's name. What's your name?
I am Hashmal.
Hutchmal?
Hashmal.
Hashmal.
Yes.
Thanks.
And you
You're the nicest person I've met. Bye.
Thank you, but I'm not a person.
Oh. How would you like me to respect your identity?
I've never been asked this before. You can just call me Hashmal.
Okay, Hashmal. Do you have any preferred pronouns?
My pronouns are they, them.
Oh, cool. I have a friend that goes by they, them. Bye.
Goodbye. I hope you like my creature.
Gotta respect them pronouns.
Yeah, boy.
Motivas? I need to find Chad.
Okay, you're gonna go find Chad?
I'm on a mission.
Okay, so if you remember, you walked up with Chad to the Biblioplex to all do your orientation, and it's been a couple hours now since you split up, but you scour the area, and you do find him, and he's kind of like sitting in a chair in the relaxing rooms at the front of the Biblioplex near the cafe and the other room you didn't go into. He's kind of just sitting on like one of the couches out there.
I'm gonna walk up to him. Hey, dude.
Hey, what's up?
I got a question. I got two.
What's up?
You got electricity where you're from?
Oh yeah, tons of it.
Sick. Do you got a battery?
You see him go to check his pockets, and he's like, no, I don't think I brought anything that needed it with me.
You were so much smarter than me. I did.
Well, I just didn't think that it would be that necessary, you know, I figured they'd have their own lights. I figured I don't know. I just felt it would have been weird to come to a magic school and bring I don't know, a Gatling gun, you know what I mean? I don't know, there's a lot of stuff with electricity that I just didn't think would be useful here.
Oh shit, you have Gatling guns where you're from?
Oh, we have hella guns. There's an entire guild dedicated to making cool guns. Well, they do other things, but the coolest thing they do is make guns. So that's the only thing I really know about.
What's a guild?
I love you, pretending to not know anything, and he goes, well, okay, so Ravnica is like a big city. The whole plane is just one city. And there are 10 guilds that all do like an important thing. So like my dad's like a senator, so like we make laws and keep them and stuff, and do like legislature and legal things. Well, I say we, but I wasn't actually in the Senate. But like that's what they do and stuff. And the guild that makes guns is called Is It, but they also do things like civil engineering and stuff. Like they make like the plumbing and the city work good.
Toilets.
Yeah.
Oh, it sucked to be working with a guy that made a bunch of guns and you made a flushing toilet.
I just think that that's just how things go, though.
Wait, so you guys have flushing toilets?
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Do you guys
people
got
not?
computers? No, they don't. Not like how I know them. It's not like automatic plumbing. It like just goes. It's like a river.
Interesting.
It's not like technically unhygienic. It's just different.
Yeah, I mean, as long as it works, I guess I can't complain.
Yeah. Are like you a part of a guild or something, or like do Senate people and their families have to like stay out of it?
That's kind of a. He kind of laughs and he says that's a bit of a complicated question. I mean, like, no one makes who you're related to doesn't make what guild you join, but like it does mean families generally join the same guild, and since they do a lot of different stuff, sometimes it can, it can go over weird. I wasn't in a guild. I was thinking about joining the Legion when I graduate, but
I kind of don't know, but I think I get you.
Oh yeah, well, I never really picked up on like magic and stuff, and I was never really that good in school, and the Legion just kind of fights. They just fight things. So I thought that it would be like, easier.
Oh, I don't know anything about magic either, and I did terrible at school. This is a good opportunity to do random stuff, huh?
Yeah, maybe I'll find, something.
Did you know what they meant about like planeswalkers and stuff and sparks?
Oh yeah, there's tons of planeswalkers over in Ravnica. They're not super common, but we've know about them and stuff. Our the head of our guild pact office is a planeswalker. I actually thought it was pretty cool. If they had mentioned planeswalking in the letter, then me and my dad would have been even more stoked.
Yeah, it would have made more sense. I've brought up the word planeswalker to people here, but they don't seem to know what it is.
Oh, I guess it must be new? Did they not tell people about it?
No, I literally went up to one of the teacher's aides because I needed my drugs, and he didn't know what was going on straight up. Apparently a professor here is from a different world, but he didn't call it planeswalking. He just said he was from a different place.
Well.
Oh. Also, how do you feel about lawyers?
I mean, my dad works in legislature, so I guess lawyers are okay. I mean, some of them can be annoying, but I guess them as a concept is they're alright.
Silverquill is a bunch of lawyers, and I would be careful because apparently they have a lot of truth spells, and they didn't know that we were here.
Huh.
And I think they'll want to know
My guy, that's
about
hella ominous.
well, like who we are and stuff. Because I brought up like, oh, where I'm from, because I thought that people just knew that there was a bunch of exchange students. Because where I'm from, you don't just bring exchange students in and just tell everybody else like, no, they're just randos. And then I was like, yeah, I'm like from another plane. And like, I felt like I was butt naked in front of a woman who just didn't say a thing. It was terrifying.
I'll keep an eye out. I've had to interact with a lot of people like that, so I guess it shouldn't be too bad, yeah?
Yeah. You got phones where you're from?
We got, like, bending stones.
You got pictures, though.
We do got pictures.
Nice. Motiva's gonna smile and say, do you want to see a picture that I took?
Yeah,
whenever
sure, show
we
me.
were on the walk? Oh, fuck yeah. I'm gonna show him the, what's it called? The panogram?
Panorama.
Panorama. I'm gonna show him the panorama I took.
Yeah, it looks really fucking cool, by the way. That area looks sick.
Yeah, Motiva's gonna show it and say, like, I'm sure if, like, I can figure it out, I can, like, try and put it, magic something with it so that I can give it to everybody.
Yeah, that's really
I
cool.
think this is sick. Yeah. Where'd you get your jeans from?
Oh, I don't know. I just bought them from, like, a store.
Oh, hell yes. Dove and Valen were talking about, like, buying it from, like, tailors.
Oh,
and
that'd be so
hand
expensive.
making it. I know!
That's so expensive.
Yeah, Dove, like, was like, yeah, I got it from, like, a friend. And Phelan was just like, I went to the tailor down the street.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
So...
That's weird. Okay, if we're talking about things we're glad that we have there, I'm really glad they have coffee here, that you can just get coffee.
Yeah. I am really excited that there's coffee and also chocolate. I have a really bad caffeine addiction, so if there wasn't coffee, I would have been terrible to been around. I'm so sorry to admit it, but... Oh, also, have you looked at the clubs?
Oh, I heard that they were happening, but I haven't looked at any of them.
There's LARPers, if you know what that is.
I'm not familiar with that term. What's a LARPer?
Oh my god. Okay. Motiva's going to explain live action roleplay.
Okay. What I like it a lot is that you start explaining it and, like, Chad is like, oh yeah, like actors, and then you're like, no. And then you explain the details and he's like, oh. Oh. Huh.
It's like a play, but for yourself.
Wow, they really have, like, everything here, I guess.
Yeah, they have a Dead Languages Club.
What?
They have a school paper. Apparently the first edition is free. I'm gonna let you in on a secret. If the first edition is free, try not to get it till it's like the middle of the year or something, because I'm betting that my paper, and she's gonna show it up. I'm betting it's just gonna be about the beginning of the year.
Oh, yeah, I'll keep an eye out then.
Yeah. End off her free time with hanging out with the LARPing club, and we don't have to...
That'll be really cute. That'll be really cute and really fun.
Yeah, if you want, we don't have to RP it out.
I think I'm gonna stop the recording here, but I think talking in DMs about it would be really cute, because if you spent the rest of your free time hanging out, then you would have been there for the game, and I think that's cute.
Yeah,
pause the recording.